welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shanique. So today I'm going to show you guys my straight hair routine from nighttime, daytime, and also how I create soft waves without any heat. I got my hair done about a month ago, so my hair is a month old and it's crazy how long it's been, and I'm enjoying it. I honestly am. I don't even want to wash my hair because I'm not going to do this again anytime soon. The last time I did it was 3 years ago, so I probably would do the same thing. So what I do at nighttime is very simple, super easy. So what I have here with me is a white tooth comb, a hairbrush, a lightweight oil, satin bonnet, satin scarf, and 2 satin scrunchies. So everything I just showed you guys is actually available on my online store. I'll leave them linked down below in case you guys want any of it. One thing that I want to mention, we're actually having a really amazing sale right now. If you purchase a brush, you get free shipping on your order. Let's get into the video. So what I like to do before I go to bed, not every single night, but I want to say about 3 times a week, I like to detangle my hair. I split my hair down the center, just like that, and then I go ahead and add a little bit of my lightweight oil to my hair. So tonight I'm going to be using the Hibiscus Fusion Natural Hair Oil, an oil that I created that is just such an amazing oil. It's great for hair growth, shine, locking in moisture. It has hibiscus flowers inside, lavender oil, grapeseed oil, and so much more. It comes in a glass bottle with a dropper that looks like this, which is perfect because I also like to oil my scalp at night. Not every single night, maybe about 1 to 2 times a week, because your hair does produce a natural oil called sebum, and that does travel down the length of your hair. So if you put too much oil in your hair, you're gonna end up with really, really greasy hair. So I just use a small amount of this. So where I really like to focus the oil is on my scalp. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna put a few drops inside the dropper, just like this, if you guys could see that. I'm just going to maybe about 2 drops right here at the front, and kind of just massage that in. This is the area that everyone sees, and of course if you have a dry scalp, dandruff or whatever, you don't want people to see that. So I like to make sure that I oil that area really well. And I kind of just use my fingers to kind of push it down into my scalp, and whatever is left back, I kind of just run it through the rest of my scalp. So just like that. You just want to use a small amount. So I'm going to use 2 drops, and I'm just going to place that on my fingertips, just like that. And I'm going to do the rest of my scalp. I'm just giving myself a really nice massage. It feels really good. That also helps to stimulate hair growth, getting the blood flowing. So this is what I would do about 1 to 2 times a week, is a scalp massage. So I kind of created some volume in my hair, so I gotta brush that out and detangle, so I will do that in a moment. Alright, so once that's done, I do like to use maybe about a drop or 2. I just let it fall out of the dropper and get that all over my hands and between my fingers. And now I'm gonna apply this to my hair. So split my hair back down the center. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to my hair and really getting those ends. The last little bit that's on my hands, I just get my ends, because this is the driest, the oldest, the most brittle, most fragile part of your hair. So you really want to make sure you take good care of your hair. So the edges and all of that. Alright, so now that my hair is oiled, I'm going to go ahead and detangle. So I'm just going to take a wide tooth comb, and I'm going to split my hair into 4. So taking this one section here, I'm going to split it into 2, and I'm going to begin detangling from the ends. And I'm just going to work my way up. And when you have a little bit of oil in your hair, it makes detangling so much easier. If your hair was dry, you would start hearing because your hair is probably breaking off. You definitely want to be very careful with keeping your hair straight for a long period of time, because your hair tends to get very dry. So this section is all detangled, so I'm going to move on to the next section, and I'm going to do the same thing, starting at the ends. And I just take my time doing this. So once that section is done as well, what I do is I kind of just slightly pull any hair that may come out. So I have some shedded hairs. You guys probably can't even see. Probably about 10 strands of hair, which is quite normal because we lose about 50 to 100 strands a day. Just going ahead and brushing it all together and making sure to remove any shedded hairs. Alright, so this side is done. So you guys can kind of see that this side looks more flat. This side has a little bit more volume because I haven't done anything to this side yet. This side feels really good and it looks really good as well. So then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, splitting the hair in half and detangling from the ends and working my way up. Alright, so now that both sides are detangled, moisturized, I'm going to go ahead and use my detangler hairbrush and I'm going to kind of just smooth it all together so that way I can prepare myself to do my little buns. So just taking my brush, I'm just going to smooth all my hair back. But I'm going to keep it in the same 2 pigtails or 2 even parts. So your bun doesn't have to be like perfect, but you do want this part of your bun to be, I guess, pretty smooth. Up here doesn't have to be too perfect. Once you're wearing a bonnet and a scarf, that will keep your hair really, really smooth at night. So now I'm just creating like a giant Bantu knot. So as you guys can see, I've already started twisting my hair, but I'm going to show you guys again since I didn't do a good job with showing you. So my hair is nice and smooth. And I'm just using my hand to make sure it's still smooth. And then I'm just going to twist, literally just rolling my hair. Once I get about halfway, I'm going to begin actually creating the Bantu knot. So just going to roll it around just like that. If you're familiar with doing Bantu knots, you should know how to make one. And as I do my Bantu knot, I continue to roll my hair or twist my hair. And you want to keep twisting till you get to the very end of your hair and then tuck it underneath. So there we go, my Bantu knot. And I'm just going to take a satin scrunchie and place it around my hair. So the reason why I'm using satin is because satin does such a good job with not removing moisture from your hair. And when you have straight hair or any hairstyle, you want to use materials that aren't going to suck out life from your hair. So I tend to use satin or silk. So there we go, my cute little Bantu knot. So now we're going to move on and do the next side. So I'm going to smooth my hair with my brush and kind of push all my hair back. Alright, and once that happens, I kind of just use my hands to kind of bring it up a little bit. You can use the brush to bring it up, but I'm just going to use my hands because like I was saying before, you know, up here doesn't need to be super smooth, but this part of your hair, you want it to be smooth. So again, just rolling my hair, and once I get halfway, I'm going to wrap it into a Bantu knot. And of course, once you get to the end, you want to keep going and then tuck it under. Then grab your scrunchie and place it right on top. So I don't actually have to double up on my scrunchie. I kind of just leave it the way it is. Oops. You kind of just want to leave the scrunchie the way it is, so that way your hair isn't too tight and doesn't give you a headache at night. So I just take my scrunchie and literally just place it on top, and it actually stays on all night. I don't have to wake up in the night and see if my bonnet is still on, my scrunchies are still in. It stays on. For those of you who may be a little uncomfortable with the buns being on the side, you can make them a little bit higher. You can put them at the top of your head. You'll actually create a lot more volume in your roots, which will create a little bit of a thicker appearance. But for me, I don't feel my buns at the side of my head. I don't know why, but I don't. If you want to make your buns lower or higher, or put them in the back or put them more to the front, you'll definitely create a different look. So this is normally where I put my buns. I put them at the side of my head, which is perfect for me. And because my hair is so flat right now, I honestly don't feel them when I'm sleeping. If you don't have any satin or silk bonnets or scarves, you can definitely sleep just like this, but on a silk or satin pillowcase. You definitely don't want to go to bed on a cotton pillowcase because cotton has a way of just sucking moisture from your hair, creating frizz, and then frizz leads to breakage. So it's definitely best to use materials that are hair friendly. Once these are on, I go ahead and grab one of my many scarves and I kind of just create like a triangle. So I just create a triangle, which I'll show you guys in a second. I just make a triangle, so pretty much looks like that. And I put it on my head, bring the little tails to the front, tie them at the top of my head, and tuck in anything that might be hanging out. So then that is step number 1 for me. So you can actually just stop right here, but because my hair is so smooth, I don't trust this staying on all night. Now if I was sleeping like this, I probably would sleep on a silk pillowcase just in case this were to fall off. But me, I don't trust myself or this staying on because my hair is so smooth. I go ahead and I put on a bonnet. Now this will stay on. My bonnets never come off of my head. I've never had a problem with my bonnets falling off. So if the scarf falls off, the bonnet is still there. And that's pretty much it. So this is also how I would shower as well. I would double up on protection. I may even put over a plastic bag. I will say the first 2 weeks of having straight hair, I definitely did put a plastic bag on top to make sure that no water was getting in. Like I was making sure that my hair was not getting any type of frizz, any type of moisture, anything like that. So yeah, this is pretty much what I would do. Make sure everything is covered. I love this bonnet because it does have a drawstring and it also has a elastic band in it. So if I want to make it tighter, I could, but honestly, it does such a good job with just the elastic band. I don't even have to pull this, but if you do, you can pull it. And then the excess string, you can just tie it up, tuck it in, completely up to you. But I don't need to do all that. I just put it on. So there we go. That is what I do at night, and then I will show you guys what I do in the morning. Very simple. It's such an easy little routine. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to wear my hair like this in its straight state. I definitely want to play with some flexi rods. I definitely want to play with doing some other little styles. My hair is getting old, it is, and there's only so much more I can do with it because it needs to be washed. It does. I'm kind of thankful that COVID is happening right now because I don't have anywhere to go, so I can enjoy the straight hair for a very long time. Nobody's really seeing me, to be honest. So I'm just enjoying it. I definitely feel like I may play with a few wigs in the future because I really am feeling the straight hair. It's so easy, it's very pretty, it's lightweight, but I don't want to damage my natural hair. So I definitely will play with some wigs in the future. So enough talking. I'm going to show you guys what I do in the morning every single day with my hair. This is basically what I would do the next day. So the next morning I would have on my bonnet and my scarf, and I would go ahead and take both of those things off. So my bonnet and my scarf, and everything that I'm using in this video will be listed down below for you guys, and they are from my online store, ShaniqueBuntyn.com. And then I have my 2 scrunchies, and I'd go ahead and take those down. Then I'm left with 2 pigtails, so I just kind of unscrew those. And now this part I'm very gentle because I don't want to disturb the curl pattern or the wave pattern too much, so I kind of just lightly spread the hair, and this pretty much lasts me all day long. And for the back, I'd go in with a wide tooth comb or even my fingers and kind of just like lift my hair in the back so that way the part is separated. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see. And I just take a wide tooth comb and kind of just lightly comb out the back of my hair. Or you can take your fingers and do the same thing. So that way there's no visible part. And as for the front of my hair, I can't really see because I don't have a mirror. But as for the front of my hair, I take my hairbrush and I kind of just lightly brush forward my hair like that. And then the same thing for the other side, just to lightly brush the hair forward. And just the top portion of my hair because I don't want to disturb the natural waves. So basically like that, and that's pretty much it. Very easy, very simple. So that's pretty much how I do it. And I do the same steps pretty much every night. I don't oil my hair every night because then it would get greasy and weighed down. But I do the same thing. I use the 2 scrunchies for my little buns, and then I put on my satin scarf and my bonnet, and that's it. Really, really simple. It doesn't take much time to do at night, and it doesn't take too long to do in the morning. It's very easy. That took me maybe a minute to do. So that is my simple nighttime, daytime routine with my straight hair. I'm definitely loving it. It's just such a breeze to deal with. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything, leave that down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications so that way you guys don't miss out on my next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.